This is Justin and Carissa Morgan, as well as their two daughters, with their brand new Roo Pearl 24. They'd just taken delivery of their new pride and joy, and we were lucky enough to meet them and to even climb aboard.
Now, when you're on the road full time, not only do you want to be comfortable, you want to be able to rely on your equipment. And I think that is where this caravan comes in. In fact, there's no doubt in my mind that it won't do all that and more for this family. I'm sitting here with Justin and Carissa Morgan, the brand new happy owners of this Roo Pearl 2024 model. You guys are from Queensland.
Absolutely.
So how did you come across Roo?
Well, we had a van previously and we did some trips in it, we did some off-road stuff, and we were really looking for something with capability that would take us off-grid with. We've got two little girls, so I wanted the confidence that when we were off-grid and we were on them back roads, that we weren't going to break down and we weren't going to have any issues while we were travelling.
Now, this van's brand new.
Yes.
You're about to set off on your big lap. Tell me about that. Where are you going?
Well, we're doing a bit of a figure out of Australia, actually. Yeah. So we're starting here in Melbourne, obviously, because we have to pick up the van here. But from here, we're kind of going along the bottom of South Australia out to the west coast, up to the top of the west coast, and then down through Uluru, and back up the east coast.
So what are some of your favourite features, Carissa?
Oh, I can run the air conditioning when we're off grid. That's pretty special to me.
Well, because you've got, is it 400 amp hours?
400 amp hours lithium battery through projector, as well as the projector 3000 watt inverter as well.
One thing that I noticed in your tunnel boot is that very impressive array of equipment.
Yeah, so that's a full IntelliGrid setup from projector. It's a 3000 watt setup. They come with a 2000 watt as well, but we've opted for the 3000 just so we don't have to worry about if we want to run the microwave or we want to run the aircon both at the same time. We won't have to have any problems.
So you guys have got about 750 watts worth of solar on the roof. I mean, that's heaps.
Yeah.
Are you going to be taking along a little generator or anything like that?
No, with the 30 amp DC-DC charger from the car plus the solar setup, we've calculated we'll get about 40 amps solar power inwards, as well as if we really need to in a pinch, we've got the 30 amps for the car as well. So from a generator perspective, I think we'll be okay.
So you've got the airbag suspension, which is fantastic, especially when you're on like an uneven site like we are today.
So the Cruise Master airbag suspension gives us the ability to level the van. We can drop one side, lift one side. It also means we don't have to worry about back and forwards on ramps. So when we pull up and the kids have had a long day in the car and they're itching to get out of the car, it makes it real easy to get set up and settled.
We've also got the Blackjack jockey wheel as well, which is electronic. So between that, we press a couple of buttons and then a couple of buttons to level the van out. The projector system will show us the levels on the screen. Set up.
Just the amount of storage space that you've got, especially on the outside, you've got so much room to put your gear.
I mean, in the kitchen, I still haven't filled every cabinet, and I think if you did, you'd probably be overweight. So it's great to be able to space all your things out, have lots of room to make sure they're packed correctly, they're not going to move around too much while you're driving.
I'm not sure if you've noticed as well, we've got 3 different cooking options as well. So we love to cook. We love cooking inside, outside. So we're equipped to do anything in rainy weather outside when we make a coffee outside if it's the kids are in bed. Yeah, so we've hitched up the beast and we're taking it for a tow. So far, it's really, really great to tow. Fuel economy's been pretty good towing it down to the lake here. This little bit of terrain that we're driving over now, it really handles it really well. The car can seem to tow it and pull it over anything that we need to. It really feels capable. It's got the ground clearance that we need. It really, really, really feels capable. I'm pretty confident that wherever we're going to want to go on our trip, the caravan will be able to make it. Gibb River Road, Ningaloo, especially some of them beach access. There's about 30 k's of really sandy beach access. I'm very confident that the van's going to be able to do this.
First thing that I noticed about this caravan when we picked it up from Roo this morning was this chassis. Now they call this chassis the Beast, and if you take a look at it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It takes its inspiration from the heavy vehicle industry. So basically it's 12 inches of steel for your main members, but there's a multitude of lightning holes punched through. And the idea there is not only to make the chassis members stronger, but to make it lighter. In fact, this chassis is actually about 100 kilos lighter than Roo's truss chassis. Now, Wanderoo can frame up their caravans using a number of different methods. However, the Pearl has 25mm aluminium box section as well as XPS foam for the insulation. Now, the XPS foam is the same foam that they use for fiberglass sandwich panels. So not only is it very thermally efficient, it's very strong as well. Now check out this little stainless steel kitchen. Not only do we have a 2-burner cooktop and a sink with hot and cold water, if we wanted to, we could actually detach this little kitchen, put it into our 4-wheel drive and take it with us on some day adventure, maybe down to the beach. There's a couple of clips that we just undo. Then we can go and put this in the car and take off for the day. Now, how's this for a rear bar? We have a box here for some firewood that we could collect on our way to our destination. We've got a couple of jerry can holders. We also have some storage right here, as well as on either end.
Having firewood was a must for us, and I don't like carrying it in the back of the car, so he's come up with this toolbox design, which gives us so much more space, outdoor storage. You can store your dirty stuff in here without putting it in your tunnel boot, so it just keeps everything out of your clean areas. The jerry can holders are fully lockable, so no one can tamper with them. The design that the Wanderoo team have come up with is just incredible.
Now this is a fantastic kids bedroom / bathroom area at the back of the caravan. Here we have a couple of bunks that are fully set up with 12-volt fans and power points, reading lights. Now Wanderoo would normally provide a door for the bathroom area, however the owners of this caravan specifically requested that the door be left off. The idea being that it opens up the back of the caravan substantially, which is going to help things like, the kids to get dressed in the morning, drying off after a shower. It's just a fantastic setup.
Now you've just handed over this caravan to Justin and to Carissa Morgan. What happens during a handover?
Prior to the handover, there's a pre-delivery. So what we do is we go through the whole van, make sure it's operating correctly the way it's supposed to operate. And when our customers come, Carissa and Justin come to pick up their van, we basically run through that whole process with them, how to operate the van, run through any questions that they might have.
Now I just think this is a beautiful caravan, but if I wanted to customise it even further, am I able to?
So we are a custom builder, so we can do any kind of layouts or designs, and we have in-house engineering capabilities, so nothing is too big for us.
So basically, key points for us is our chassis. Our R&D team are always looking at improving things, and you've touched on that today with the Beast chassis. TIG welded aluminium frame is something that we pride ourselves on. We believe it's a much better, stronger product than a lot of other aluminium frames that are out there today.
So in terms of customisation, when you're building your caravans, are you guys thinking in terms of weights? I mean, the customers told you what their tow vehicle is, so are you guys thinking actively about making a caravan to suit that vehicle?
Yeah, so we actively try to make the caravan suitable for that particular tow vehicle, and we pull out a lot of weight out of this caravan as well through the chassis and through furniture.
We're always, like again, the R&D team is always looking at ways of trying to minimise the tear weight to drop that weight down.
Guys, thanks for letting me have a look through your caravan. I think it's brilliant and you guys are going to just have a fantastic time.
Oh, we're so excited. We cannot wait to take this Wanderoo out. We love the van and we just really can't wait to get started.
Yeah, we head off tonight. We're off to Ballarat and we can't wait to pull up and test the beds out and spend our first night.